On January 15, 1974, news anchor Christine Chubbuck looked directly into the camera during her morning show and said something that would forever change how we think about live television. What happened next was so disturbing that the footage has been locked away for decades, and it's just one of many incidents that prove live TV can become a nightmare in seconds. In this episode, we're exploring the darkest moments in broadcast history, the accidents, breakdowns, and tragedies that happened when millions were watching, creating some of the most haunting footage ever captured on television.
As really the end of the line.
But before we dive in, some of the details in this story are extremely disturbing and may not be suitable for all audiences, so viewer discretion is strongly advised. As always, remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to stay up to date with the channel. All right, let's dive into the video.
He's been shot. He's been shot. Lee Oswald.
November 22nd, 1963. The world was already in mourning. President John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, had been assassinated in Dallas, Texas, gunned down in his motorcade. The nation was glued to their screens, desperate for answers. 2 days later, on November 24th, a suspect was in custody. Lee Harvey Oswald, a 24-year-old former Marine with a murky past. As police prepared to transfer him from Dallas headquarters to a county jail, cameras were rolling. NBC, CBS, and local stations were all there, broadcasting live to a grieving public. It's just after 11:20 a.m. Central Time. Oswald, handcuffed and flanked by detectives, steps into the basement. The crowd is chaotic. Reporters, photographers, police, all buzzing with tension. Then, out of nowhere, a figure lunges forward. It's Jack Ruby, a local nightclub owner with ties to the Dallas underworld. In a split second, Ruby pulls a .38 revolver and fires a single shot into Oswald's stomach. Oswald lets out a guttural scream, clutching his abdomen as he collapses. Blood seeps through his sweater, pooling on the concrete floor. The camera captures every agonizing detail. His face twisted in shock, his body writhing as officers tackle Ruby to the ground. NBC's live feed, watched by millions, doesn't cut away immediately. Viewers at home see Oswald's limp form being dragged out of frame, his fate uncertain. He'd be pronounced dead at Parkland Hospital, the same hospital where Kennedy died just 2 days earlier. The nation was stunned. This wasn't just a killing, it was a public execution, broadcast live to living rooms across America. The grainy black and white footage became a symbol of a fractured time. Conspiracy theories exploded. Why did Ruby do it? Was he silencing Oswald to protect a larger plot? To this day, the moment remains a lightning rod for speculation. But for those watching live, it was something else entirely. A raw, unfiltered glimpse into chaos. A wound on top of a wound.
He's been shot. He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been...
Let's move forward a decade to a quieter tragedy, one that's no less haunting. July 15th, 1974, Sarasota, Florida. Christine Chubbuck, a 29-year-old newscaster for WXLT-TV, sits at the anchor desk for her morning show, Suncoast Digest. To viewers, she's a familiar face, delivering local news with a calm professionalism. But beneath the surface, Christine was struggling. She'd battled depression for years, grappling with personal and professional pressures in an industry obsessed with sensationalism. That morning, something was off. Christine was unusually quiet, focused. 8 minutes into the broadcast, she begins reading a news story about a shooting at a local restaurant. The film reel jams, a technical glitch. She looks directly into the camera, her expression unreadable. Then, in a steady voice, she delivers a statement that chills everyone in the studio. In keeping with Channel 40's policy of bringing you the latest in blood and guts, and in living color, you are going to see another first: attempted suicide. Before anyone can react, Christine pulls a .38 revolver from a paper bag under her desk. She places the barrel behind her right ear and pulls the trigger. The gunshot is deafening, a sickening crack that echoes through the studio. Her body slumps forward, blood streaming down her face, staining the desk and floor. The camera lingers for a split second before the feed cuts to a public service announcement. Viewers at home are left in stunned silence, unsure if what they saw was real. The station staff were horrified. The director, frozen in the control room, scrambled to cut the feed. Christine was rushed to a hospital but was pronounced dead hours later. The footage was reportedly recorded but locked away at the request of her family, never to be aired again. For the small audience watching that morning, the image of Christine's final moments was seared into their minds.
Really, the end of the line of Sarasota County, which Northport is.
Before we continue on, if you are enjoying the video so far, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And if you don't like it, let me know down in the comments. Your support truly means everything. All right, back to the video. April 30th, 1998, Los Angeles, California. It's a typical spring afternoon, and local news stations are covering a developing story. A man named Daniel Jones, 40 years old, is leading police on a low-speed chase across the city's freeways. He's driving a gray pickup truck, weaving through traffic on the 105 and 110 freeways. News helicopters hover overhead, broadcasting live to viewers at home. What starts as a routine pursuit quickly spirals into something far darker. Jones, a maintenance worker diagnosed with HIV, is in distress. He's angry, desperate, and armed. As the chase slows near an overpass, he stops his truck, blocking traffic. News cameras zoom in, capturing every move. Jones steps out holding a shotgun. He unfurls a banner that reads, "HMOs are in it for the money. Live free, love safe." Then he begins dousing his truck with gasoline, the liquid glinting in the afternoon sun. The situation escalates fast. Jones sets the truck ablaze, flames licking up the sides, black smoke billowing into the sky. His dog, trapped in the cab, barks frantically as the fire engulfs the vehicle. Viewers watch in horror as the animal's cries pierce the air, its silhouette barely visible through the flames. Jones paces erratically, the shotgun in one hand, a Molotov cocktail in the other. News anchors, unsure what's happening, stammer through their commentary. Then the unthinkable. Jones sits on the ground near the overpass, the burning truck behind him. He places the shotgun under his chin, his hands trembling. Before anyone can process what's coming, he pulls the trigger. The blast is explosive, blood and tissue spraying across the pavement. His body collapses instantly, lifeless, as the camera lingers on the scene. Blood pooling around his head, the truck still burning, the dog's cries fading as it succumbs to the flames. Multiple stations, including KCBS and KNBC, aired the unedited footage during the evening news, catching families off guard. The graphic nature of the scene, Jones's self-inflicted wound, the blood, the burning truck, and the death of his dog, sparked immediate backlash. Viewers were traumatized, especially those who saw the uncut broadcast. Jones's act was later linked to his despair over his HIV diagnosis and frustration with the healthcare system. But the live footage left a deeper scar, a raw, unfiltered glimpse into a man's final desperate act, watched by thousands in real time. August 26, 2015, Moneta, Virginia. It's a routine morning for WDBJ, a local news station. Reporter Allison Parker, 24, and cameraman Adam Ward, 27, are filming a live interview at Smith Mountain Lake, a picturesque spot for a feel-good story about tourism. The interviewee, Vicki Gardner, stands with Parker as the cameras roll. It's a typical broadcast, until it isn't. At 6:46 a.m., gunshots shatter the calm. Vester Flanagan, a disgruntled former WDBJ employee, approaches with a handgun. He fires 8 shots, targeting Parker and Ward. The live feed captures Parker's screams as she tries to flee. blood staining her clothes as she falls. Ward's camera topples, filming the ground as he collapses, fatally wounded. Gardner is shot, but survives. The broadcast cuts back to the studio, where anchors are visibly shaken, unaware of the full horror. Flanagan flees, later uploading his own POV footage of the attack to social media, a chilling, first-person perspective of the murders. He kills himself during a police chase hours later. The live broadcast, though brief, was seen by thousands, a sudden eruption of violence in the middle of a mundane morning.
Tourism. We want the people that come here to say that was...
August 23, 2010, Manila, Philippines. A tourist bus carrying 25 passengers, mostly Hong Kong tourists, is hijacked by Rolando Mendoza, a disgraced former police officer. Mendoza, armed with an M16 rifle, demands reinstatement after his dismissal for corruption. The standoff unfolds in Rizal Park, broadcast live by local and international news outlets. For hours, cameras capture the tense negotiations, the bus windows shattered, and hostages pleading for their lives. The situation spirals out of control when Mendoza's brother is arrested on live TV, enraging him. He opens fire, killing hostages one by one. Blood spatters the bus windows, visible to cameras zooming in. A botched police assault follows, with tear gas and gunfire lighting up the night. The live feed shows bodies slumped in the bus seats, blood pooling on the floor. 8 hostages and Mendoza are killed, with 9 others injured. The live broadcast exposed the chaos and incompetence of the response, drawing global criticism. For viewers, the graphic imagery, hostages executed, police fumbling, blood-streaked windows, was a nightmare unfolding in real time. The crisis strained Philippines-Hong Kong relations and left a lasting scar on those who watched. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, then check out these videos on the screen now. If you have a topic suggestion, please send it to the email in the description. And as always, remember to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And remember, the only thing scarier than these stories is missing out on our next video.